Hey band directors, it's Dwayne Huff with Band Leadership Seminars, Band Leadership Online, coming to you live from the beautiful French Quarter in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm in Jackson. You can hear the sounds of music and all kind of shenanigans going on this beautiful morning. If you have not been out to New Orleans in the spring, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful day. One of the perks of being able to do what I do. I'm not in with you guys in live seminars at music educator conferences or working with you online. I get to hang out and work remotely, and that's what I'm doing today. I wanted to go live specifically for you because yesterday I went live and ended up having a conversation with another band director who posed a question that I posted in the comments, and I can't see them, so I'm not going to get it exactly like it's written, but basically it says, what are your thoughts on discipline? A lot of bands, what are your thoughts on discipline as a form of creating a leadership culture? Because a lot of bands do push-ups, run laps, other forms of discipline. I know that whenever I was in high school, they did demerits. He says, what are your thoughts on that? Because I feel like it brings the positivity down and hurts the positivity. Whereas in other groups like orchestra and choir, they don't do things like that. And it seems to be a lot more fun environment for the kids. And so I've got several thoughts on this. And I want to share them, but I've never been a band director. I'm a 9-time student leader, 6-time drum major, and bands reach out to me because they're doing very well. They have successful programs, but it comes to the refining of their student leaders that they need my help with. And when band directors ask me questions like this, I say, well, I've got a couple of different perspectives, but again, I want to hear yours. So if you have comments, thoughts, wisdom, if you agree or disagree, drop it in the comments. Let's start a conversation that will help all band directors do this even better in their bands. Now, bottom line, what I'll say is, if the discipline is working, the push-ups, the sit-ups, running laps, writing lines, demerits, whatever you do, if that's working, then just disregard what I say. But if you start to see this influencing negatively the culture of leadership in your band, then consider the next things that I'm going to say. Like I said, when I was in high school band, I had a marching band director, old school military, gave out demerits, allowed the student leaders to give out demerits, and that's kind of how they kept us in line. Though there were no push-ups, sit-ups, running, or anything of that nature. When I moved into the next band director in high school, we had none of that. He really did take a more positive approach, and it was a good environment. When I got into drum and bugle corps, we also had sit-ups and push-ups and laps and things of that nature. So it was hardcore, but everybody paid to be there, so you kind of get away with that. Here's what I've come to see and find out that worked for me as a student leader and the directors that I was under who believed this philosophy, and what I see in bands who have a positive, consistent, strong leadership culture. So it might be a combination of these two things, and you may want to, if you're starting to see it go down, try some of this stuff elsewise. Number one, positive environment, or positive reinforcement of leadership. By the way, if you're just joining me, I'm in the French Quarter, New Orleans, Louisiana. In the spring, best time to be here. I'm in Jackson Square overlooking St. Louis Cathedral. What a beautiful background. Get out here if you haven't. Oh, by the way, if you'd like to work with me live this year, run over to bandleadershipseminars.com. I've got a free mini course that's designed to help you, free. Train your leaders, the aspiring, the returning ones. And all you got to do is, I put the link up here, bandleadershipseminars.com. Go there, there's a red link, click it, and you'll get it. But positive. Let's talk about positive. A lot of students, because they're teenagers, want to be authoritarian, dictative, stirring drama and conflict and pushing their peers around, trying to get them to fall in line and do what they want to do. You know it. You've told me that. It's an issue. And what I try to tell students is that they need to connect with each individual they can in their band, build relationship in the band, outside of band, understanding what the person is, who they are, what they know, what they like, what they want, what they expect, what they need from the band experience. And then every day show up working hard to try to help each and every person get that. And as a result, they experience a better band experience as a result of being a servant to the band director and to those students in a positive way. But it takes time. But I equate it to and you can use this metaphor, the emotional bank account. The more deposits of positivity, of praise, of recognition, of uplifting that they deposit into the bank accounts, the emotional bank accounts of their peers, the more social leverage and clout and capital they have if they ever need to issue discipline or push or demand or push back. But if they're operating out of that, that's when drama, conflict, chaos, and animosity start. So the first thing is connect, build relationship, and constantly be trying to serve everyone around you before yourself. And I tell them there's 3 laws that get activated: the law of the harvest, the law of reciprocity, and the law of circulation. I got a video somewhere here on the page if you want to look that up. I won't bore you with the details now. But here's what I also say. In doing that, if you want to keep a positive environment and attitude, and I do this in my live seminars, from the very beginning, I get the students that every time somebody does something small, significant, but important and positive, to clap for them. And I do it several times. And by the time we get halfway through the day, I'm saying, no, look what we've just done. We've just fostered a climate of praise. Let me ask you this. Does your band do this every day, all day long? They say no. I'll say, how many of you are in jazz band? They raise their hand. I say, what happens when somebody takes a solo in jazz band? Well, they clap for them. Well, okay. Why don't we do that in the band? Why don't we do that in marching band? Except for when somebody falls on a tuba. And they laugh. But what I press upon them is, guys, you're the leaders here in the group, and if you will take it upon yourselves to foster an attitude of praise, of recognition, of clapping for people and cheering for them when they do things that are good, at first it's awkward. At first it's weird, but the culture you create in your band, where people want to come around, they know they're not going to be judged, they know they're not going to be pushed around, they know they're going to be accepted, they know they're going to be recognized, and we have fun, we laugh, we smile. Oh, and if we have to issue discipline or run laps and stuff like that, we know the heart of the person who's issuing that discipline. Another thing I tell the kids is this. You're going to be tempted many times to run up to one of your peers because they're not performing, because they're not in line, because they're talking, because they're out of formation, because they're, talking during rehearsal. And you're going to be tempted to want to run over them, lash out at them and say, what is wrong with you? I encourage you not to do that. Instead, take a deep breath, give them the benefit of the doubt, and walk over. Do you hear that trombone? I'm in there in the French Quarter on a beautiful day. If you have not been to New Orleans in spring, please get here. It is a beautiful, beautiful time. I know my friend Chris Van Gelder was just out here with his band for the Irish Parade, and I wish I could have made it to see you guys, but I bet you would have been there too. Anyway, so I say, instead of running over there and reprimanding or getting in their face and saying, hey, what's wrong with you? Take a step back, give them the benefit of the doubt, and approach it a different way and say, are you okay? Not what's wrong with you, but are you okay? And the third thing I add on to that is get in the habit of, instead of telling people they're wrong, they're doing wrong, that's stupid, that's a bad decision, don't do that. Walk up to them. If they do something praiseworthy, recognize them and reinforce it by saying, hey guys, man, that was awesome. That is just like you, trumpet section. Well, okay, maybe you don't want to do it to the trumpet section. There you go, it's big enough. But everybody else, you walk up and you say, hey man, that was a great job. That is so like you. And then when they do something bad or out of sorts or something wrong, instead of walking over to them and saying, what's wrong with you? You walk up to them and say, hey man, are you okay? That's not really like you. What's going on? It gives the other person the benefit of the doubt. It keeps a positive attitude. It allows them to adjust themselves without us having to reprimand or be authoritarians, and that's not what your student leaders need. They don't need the burden and the pressure of being authoritarians. They're there to serve you. They're there to serve the band, and if they can do that in a positive way, your rehearsals go better, your band grows stronger, the team works together better, and everybody enjoys the experience more, especially you, the band director. So I know that's a lot. You can go back and watch this if you want. If you have a comment, a suggestion, an idea, or a question, that's where this video came from. Drop it in the comments. If you haven't liked this page and you like these videos and you want to see when I go live, please like it. If you'd like to work with me live this year, www.bandleadershipseminars.com, or reach out to me. There's so many different levels that we can work on, and I can come in and help you train, develop, grow your leaders. Not only your leaders, but build the entire team. That's what I do. So I hope this served. If it did, give me a thumbs up, a heart, a wow. It spreads the message, and share this with a colleague. Let them know what I'm doing out here. Run over and get that free mini course designed to help you train your leaders right now. And if you go through that mini course, you're going to be very pleased with the outcome. I think I got 7 videos in there for the students, 1 for you. The one that I created for you is called How to Train Your Student Leaders. I'm sorry, How to Teach Your Students Leadership, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Before I sign off, take a look at this. New Orleans in the spring, Jackson Square. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. St. Louis Cathedral. But I'd take a moment while I'm out here enjoying my day, doing some work remotely, to serve you. So I hope that this was a benefit to you. Thank you for asking the question. Derek. I really appreciate that. We had a good conversation over it. And band directors, if there's anything I can do to help you, please don't hesitate to reach out. And please, even if you're watching the replay, drop your comments, your thoughts, your ideas, your wisdom around this discipline versus positive approach to leadership in the comments so that your peers and I can benefit from it. I hope you guys are having an excellent day. Enjoy your weekend that you're about to roll into. Good luck with wrapping up your concert season. I hope you guys are doing great. And as we transition into marching band season, I'd love to be here to serve you guys. www.bandleadershipseminars.com. Stay tuned. We'll do it again. Have a great day.